Hello YouTube, I want to show you today how to intercept post messages. Post messages are the little pop-ups applications display, the ones that you don't have to dismiss, they dismiss themselves. Here, I'll show you an example. So, I'm going to press this button and then it's test toast at the bottom. I'm going to show you how to make that, and I'm going to show you how to intercept them to establish when they came through and where they've come from. So, firstly, don't worry about the fireworks. I don't know if you can hear them, but there's fireworks outside. Anyway, we go to the Play Store, and as you can see, I've already searched for the application, but in the search you would type toast source, but I'll just give you the link in the description anyway. We're going to install this application. You must admit, the sounds of the fireworks are quite funny. Right, there we go, it's installed itself now. As long as one doesn't come through my window, I'm quite happy. Right, it's installed, so we're going to open the application. Now, every Android version will be different because there's that many different versions and manufacturers and so on that do their own thing with Android. So, I'm showing you for this version, but you can always ask me in the comments if you're having trouble anyway. So we're going to press yes to this message, and we're going to find Toast Source Detection Service and press. I'm going to press where it says off here, we need to make that on, so we're going to press here and press OK. That firework sounded like it was giving me a round of applause. Right, press back at the bottom and then back again. Now, by default, after accessibility services are granted, the top two are on. The top two need to be on in order to intercept the message. I'm going to show you how this is all relevant in a minute. Yes, right. So we need the notification ones to be on. It's your choice whether you save them to the database or not. You don't have to, but you can, it's there. Now, I'm going to show you what this does. Hopefully I've turned off the other features. No, I didn't. I'm just going to go back to MacroDroid. And I'm going to turn off. I made a little mistake. One of the features here that's on at the moment needs to be off. Temporarily. Right. I'll show you why. I press test toast. There we go. Now here in the top corner you can see the application that's drawn the notification is Toast Service, and it's done it just now, which is why, because I pressed the button. The toast has come from MacroDroid, that's why it's saying here, and the toast content said, if you remember, the little toast that came up at the bottom said test toast, so that's what it's displaying here. Now we go to so there you go, you've intercepted the toast. Now to make that a little bit more useful, I'm going to show you what to do. What you can do, sorry, so you can follow along. So I'm going to go MacroDroid. Now I've built a macro and put it in the store for you so that you can download it yourself and so on. So I've pressed on templates, and now I'm going to press continuous guest because I'm signed in on the other device instead, so I don't need to be signed here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the search icon in the top right corner and type LAWSONADOR, enter, and that's me. So these are all the macros I've made. What you can do is click the little name here and it takes you to my little profile, so you can see at the time of the recording I've got 13 macros up, which will increase over time, and I had 11 stars, which means 11 people have liked one or more of the macros that I made. Okay, that is rather close to our accommodation. So how safe them fireworks are, I do not know. Anyway, they're going to distract me all the way through. I do like fireworks. I'm just a little bit concerned as to how close they are to our accommodation, and the fact that there's quite a lot of wood outside. So anyway, carrying on. I am sorry. So one that I made that we're interested in today is called Toast Intercept, which is here. So there's a link for the application that's required, and here's everything else that's involved. Now to save it to your device, you simply have to press the little plus button at the bottom, which I'm not going to do because I've already got it saved. It's this little white one here, and that will create a category called utilities at the bottom of your macros list, your local macros list, and here will be your Toast Intercept. Now, the way that it's configured is, well, the way that MacroDroid works is that you get triggers, so you can have incoming phone calls, you can have text, you can have emails, you can have device state changes like aeroplane mode on and off. I'll show you the list. It's a ridiculously long list, it's really good. But what we're interested in at this point is picking up the notification that was given here from Toast source. So that's what we're interested in there. So in order to get that, what you need to do is, and if you haven't granted permission to MacroDroid already, you will need to do so. So I'm going to go settings, I'm going to go apps, I'm going to go in the top corner here for me. Again, every version is different, so just go special access, notification access, and MacroDroid, and that needs to be ticked on. If it hasn't got access to your notifications, how does it know that there's been a pop-up here? Well, it doesn't. Ooh. So there we go. So that's on. So that now knows that we're ready to work with notifications. So the way that I configured it, I've gone the plus button and then search. You don't have to search, you can scroll through the list. Notification, and then I'm going to click notification received, which is on by default. Okay, select applications, because if you put all applications it'll never end and it won't just be Toast messages that intercept. Okay, and then in the search you can type Toast, or you can just scroll down the list, but I'm just going to type, put a tick there, make sure this include is ticked, and then press OK. Because exclude, obviously that would invert the selection and make everything in that list apart from the one I've ticked, which isn't what we want, so we need to make sure that include is ticked. Now on here, my suggestion would be to leave it as any, so that any Toast message you get, here for any application gets intercepted and brought here. Otherwise, you can use these contains and matches and excludes. So if you don't want a certain toast message to be intercepted and trigger this macro, you would put excludes. But I'm just going to leave it as any. You need to untick, ignore ongoing notifications. Isn't quite the case. They're not ongoing notifications. And ongoing ones are ones that you cannot dismiss. If you notice this one, I try and swipe it away, it comes back, which is how I wanted it configured, but that's an example of one. And you need to untick prevent multiple triggers. When I was doing this the first time and testing it and playing about with it, I had this ticked and I dispatched quite a number of post messages in short succession or in a short space of time, and then they weren't all intercepted, and I wondered why for a good 10 minutes. I was like, why is this? Anyway, this is the reason. And then this here, whether it had sound or not, I would suggest also leaving as it is. As you play about with it and get used to the settings, you can configure it how you want. These are just my settings. It's how I do it. So okay, and then it's added it. So I've got 2 now. I'll delete the bottom one. Otherwise, you never know, it might trigger twice. Now, the actions, you do all sorts of different actions, but my little example is to show dialogue. So I've got hiccups. I will show you how to do so. So I'm going to go configure. I'm going to click on display dialog and configure at the top. Now, this is where the title goes, where my blue cursor is here. Why it says not title is because it's a variable and it's predefined by MacroDroid. It's an inbuilt variable which is populated with the notification title, which is this bit here that says MacroDroid. So when the pop-up appears, it will say the name of the application that's brought the toast. And then this notification is the text of the toast. So it was test toast. So if I'd have put, I don't know, an example, I love my partner in the toast, that's what would display here. I didn't write that because I was a little bit mean and just put test toast. So I'm going to put OK to that to confirm what I was doing. You can actually define, if I go back into config, we can define tone. I just put none because it got really annoying. I was testing this. It's up to you, obviously. And then it waits a second. It doesn't take any action for 1 second, which isn't long, as we all know, and then clears the notifications here. Because if it doesn't, it only clears the toast interception ones. It doesn't clear the other ones. If you see, it just says toast service is the application it's going to close. Source, sorry, toast source, not service. It's the same thing. That is all it clears, because if you don't, this message pops up with, I'm just going to trigger it. I'm just going to trigger it if I can turn it on. Enable macro. Oh, I need to go back to my own. I won't be a second. This is the store version, so it's not saved. Or it thinks it's not saved. It's exactly the same version, but I'll just go back to my local ones and show you. Won't be a second. Sorry. There we go. Go back to utilities. It's turned off, so I need to turn it on. And then home, and then it will be. If you watch this button here, this icon here, it'll disappear in a second. Test toast comes through, and then there's no dialogue. If you look here, it's gone. I'll tell you why there's no dialogue. Because Muggin's here, me turned it off by mistake. So I'm going to go back into MacroDroid and go here. It was a purpose actually, I was testing it loads, so I just had it load. You can do that. But you can also get it to speak, so I'm going to get it to speak as well. I'm going to have it quite loud, but not really loud like it was last time. Right, I'm going to save it. It's going to actually work this time. It's just, you know, when you're demonstrating stuff and it doesn't work, that's what's happened. Here we go. I'm going to press this, going to display the toast here. It's going to pop up in the notification tray. If you keep your eye on it, and then it's going to disappear after a few seconds. It's very quick. Why isn't it playing the sound? Apart from the sound, it worked. It's my mistake. I don't know what I've done. Let's have a look. Speak text. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll log it as well. Go back here. Save. And close. Go back to the home. Oops. Does it sit? There we go. I wonder if it's playing the sound to the recorder and just not to me. Anyway, I'm not sure. But it's working as far as I'm concerned. So what you can do with that toast is you can do anything. There isn't anything you can't do. There just isn't. If you've got Tasker plugins, you can do that. You can use it in a Tasker plugin. You can obviously, I can display a notification. I don't know why you would want to do that since there's already one there. I'm going to say test in here, and I'm going to click this button, the ellipsis button, and put notification text and press OK. And tick. And then didn't save it. Let's see if it'll work. Yes. Test toast worked. Still no sound, but that's okay. And then it's popped up here. We've got it twice. Why have we got it twice? Not sure. Anyway, it's working. So weird, but yeah, it's there. So you can do anything with that basically, or you can send an email. Oh, I'll show you the log actually. I didn't show you the log. Let's go back to the log. Where's the log? User log. Here we go. It's done it. It's posted it here, and I just put log. To do that. It's handy to find out where the toasts are coming from, even without MacroDroid, because I've known applications just randomly pop up irritating toast messages. And if you've got a toast sort, you can find out where they're coming from and turn them off, which is handy. So I like this idea basically. Yeah, you can do all sorts with this. Oops. See, there's one there. There's a toast then as well. But sometimes they're structured like toast messages and sometimes they're not. But yeah, you do all sorts of things. So you can use it in other applications as well. So I've shown you in MacroDroid, like I said before, any application that can be triggered by a notification can be triggered in this way. So something like Tasker, you can get your toast message to trigger Tasker profiles or Tasker tasks and so on, and that'll work. So yeah, have a play around and see what you can find. Let me know in the comments if there's any feedback you want to give apart from telling me to get rid of my cold, which I'll be happy to do and not get distracted by the fireworks. Which I'm okay. Everything's okay. They've stopped. They had a bit of fun. They've stopped. It's fine. No one got injured. Just want to put that out there. So yeah, right. I will sign out, but it's a little thing to play about with. And thank you very much for watching my video. Stay safe. Take care. See you in the next one. Goodbye.